Now on YouTube, it's time for some alternative commentary action with the Commentary Hub.
There's headed by Morena, and it's 2-1 to Arsenal.
Look for that point! Goal for Manchester City!
Takes this corner, whips it in, it's headed and it's a goal, and it's that man, Gabriel.
Liverpool have equalised. Lovely improvisational touch from Curtis Jones.
Oh, what a goal! Wow, take it out! Welcome along to the Sunday afternoon exclusive Premier League alternative audio commentary. Here with us here on the commentary. I'm Gus Vernon and I'm your alternative host. This evening we've got Liverpool against Arsenal taking place at Anfield. Kick-off in around about 5 minutes time. Let me just remind you of the Premier League scores so far today in the early kick-off. Looks United 2, Chelsea 0. Chelsea finished the game with 10 men in that game. Nicholas Jackson deservedly getting sent off for an elbow in the face of one of the Newcastle players. I can't remember which one it was now. With a definite red card for Nicholas Jackson. He just looked at his man and just elbowed him straight in the face. Referee on the field gave a yellow. VAR made him upgrade it to a red. In the other games that kicked off this afternoon, at Old Trafford at 2 o'clock, finished Manchester United 0, West Ham United 2, and the goals in either half for Thomas Souček and Jared Bowen for West Ham United. In the game of the City Ground, Nottingham Forest 2, Leicester City 2 in that game. There was a fantastic game to watch this afternoon. Nottingham Forest did take the lead in that. Leicester took the lead in that game from Conor Cody. Gibbs White to put Forest back level. This would put Forest in front, but Facundo Buonanotte equalised for the Foxes. And in the other game taking place this afternoon at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, Tottenham 0, Crystal Palace 2 was a scoreline there, with Eze getting the goals either side of half time. Palace also having one disallowed for offside as well. Rather than with team news, we kick off for this game very much fast approaching. Time for me to hand over to match commentator Paul James to give us the team news.
Yes, thank you, Russ. And, Liverpool made 6 changes last week in their 3-1 defeat to Chelsea. They've reversed those 6 changes this afternoon. Andrew Robertson and Ibrahima Konate come in for Kostas Tsimikas and Gerald Kwanzaa. Conor Bradley comes in for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Ryan Gravenberch and Dominic Szoboszlai are in again for Wataru Ando and Harvey Elliott. And Luis Diaz takes his position back, leading the line ahead of Diogo Jota. Just a one change for the Arsenal this afternoon. Declan Rice is out and Mikel Morena is in. Declan Rice is not even on the bench today. So Arsenal just making that one change this afternoon, hoping to get back to winning ways themselves following their 2-1 defeat at home to Bournemouth. Back to you, Ross.
Thank you very much there, Paul. Kick-off very much fast approaching. Then Media Radio Jingles and Gaming is being on. It says, good afternoon, Russ. Well, with Arsenal Champions League journey coming to an end after a defeat to PSG on Wednesday, hopefully Arsenal can get a win today against Liverpool at Anfield. It'll be a tough ask. Liverpool will to battle there. Well, in my opinion, is their strongest lineup that they can put out at this stage of the season. Be interesting to see how Arsenal shape up and how Arsenal look to bounce back to winning ways themselves after their defeat, as we do it Jingles and Gaming Riley says, against PSG. Before we get ready for the kick-off and the team was in full and the full match commentary from Paul, just want to ask you a quick question, Paul. Both teams coming into this on back of a defeat. Do you feel like Liverpool, with their, what would you say is their strongest 11 out there, could bounce back today with a victory against this Arsenal side who have been struggling in recent weeks in the Premier League?
Well, I think it's the strongest side with the exception of Trent Alexander-Arnold, but it does look like now that he's heading over to Real Madrid in the summer. So I'd say yes, for the time being, this is the strongest side that they have.
Yes, look, if you look at the Arsenal side, some changes, only one change in there. Moreno comes back into the side, as you mentioned there, Paul. Do you think that's a wise move by Mikel Arteta?
I don't like the idea of Trossard up there by himself in that number 9 role. I think Moreno is probably more fitted and more suited to that. So I just think that this is a move that Arteta has tried before and not worked.
Okie dokie, then we've kicked off very much fast approaching then for one final question from me to you. Prediction, my friend, what are you going for?
I think Liverpool might get the win here today. I think with the side that they've got available at home, the fans celebrating the championship, I think it's going to be up to Arsenal to try to spoil the party, but this could be a very, very difficult game.
Yes, I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw in my opinion. Let's hand over to Paul then for the full match commentary coming up right now. Paul, over to you.
Thank you very much. And as usual, let's start with the team lineups. Starting with Liverpool, and they have Alisson Becker in goal, Andrew Robertson, the captain Virgil van Dijk, Ibrahima Konate and Conor Bradley are the back four. The two holding midfielders are Curtis Jones and Ryan Gravenberch, with Cody Gakpo, Dominic Szoboszlai and Mo Salah operating behind the lines of Luis Diaz. For Arsenal, David Raya in goal, Miles Lewis-Skelly, Jacob Kivior, William Saliba, Ben White, Mikel Moreno, Thomas Partey, the captain Martin Odegaard, Gabriel Martinelli, Leandro Trossard and Bukayo Saka. The game has just gotten underway here. The ball is out of play at the moment. I'll just quickly run through the substitutes for you. Koivin Kelleher, Kostas Tsimikas, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Gerald Quansah, Wataru Endo, Alexis McAllister, Harvey Elliott, Darwin Núñez and Diogo Jota for the Reds. For Arsenal, they have their backup goalkeeper of NATO. They have Kieran Tierney, Jurien Timmer, Alexander Zinchenko, Ricardo Calafiori, Ethan Nwaneri, Raheem Sterling, Nathan Butler and Jack Henry. Our referee today is Anthony Taylor from Wythenshawe. And the assistants are Wade Smith, Mark Scholes, and fourth official is Dean Whitestone with Jared Gillett and Darren Cann in Stockley Park. So on the ball right now for Liverpool was Curtis Jones. He's been dispossessed by Thomas Partey, and the ball, there's a foul there in fact, and a free kick for Arsenal. Well, it's going to be taken just inside the Arsenal half, just inside the Liverpool half of the field, and Ben White is going to take it. Minute and a half gone here already. Liverpool in their red shirts, red shorts and red socks. Arsenal in their changed jerseys today, the black jerseys with the green and red and white highlights, as Conor Bradley has just made a challenge there, and the referee is calling that one. It was just an elbow in the face of Mikel Moreno, quite by accident. As you can see here, he challenges with Conor Bradley. Knee up quite high into the back. That was quite painful. But a free kick, I think, will be given for Arsenal here. Mikel Moreno is still down. He's now being helped onto his feet by a couple of the Arsenal players. He looks in some discomfort. And this afternoon, of course, with Nottingham Forest draw this afternoon, they have secured themselves at least a Conference League position. For Arsenal, a win today will secure them a Champions League place. Martin Odegaard with the free kick here. And it's just about 6 yards inside from the touchline, down the left-hand side. Saliba, Partey, Moreno and Kivior are all in there. It's swung in, and here's a chance for Saka. It's right across the face of goal, and the flag stayed down. It was an opportunity for Bukayo Saka there. He just maybe rushed in a little bit. He had more time than he realised. Let's take a look at this again. Saka running in. He's well onside, of course. And, all he had to do was put that away. That is a golden opportunity for Bukayo Saka. and he had a lot more time than he realised in what was obviously a training ground manoeuvre. The late run by Saka coming in behind the Liverpool defence, and that really almost was picture perfect. Here's Arsenal again now with Thomas Partey. He's dispossessed, and now Luis Diaz coming in forward in the centre circle, dispossessed by Martin Odegaard. He gets the ball out to the left-hand side to Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli's got Conor Bradley in front of him. Plays the ball short there to Leandro Trossard. Here's Partey again. Arsenal now keeping possession early on. Bright start by the Gunners. It's out wide here to Miles Lewis-Skelly. He's got Conor Bradley in front of him. He just steps back. Drops the ball back to Partey. Oh, a dummy there by Leandro Trossard. Almost let Moreno through there. It's finally cleared away by Dominic Szoboszlai into the Arsenal half of the field. And Saliba is dispossessed. He's given the ball away. And Luis Diaz now, well, he nearly was able to capitalise on top of that. Finally, Mikel Moreno steps in and makes a challenge. But it's not for the first time in the last few games William Saliba has stepped and made a mistake and given the ball away in a very, very dangerous position. And it's a throw-in for the number 26 here for Liverpool, Andrew Robertson. Robertson drops the ball back to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai's pass is a poor one. Here goes Leandro Trossard now down the right-hand side. He's surrounded by Dominic Szoboszlai and Ibrahima Konate. He comes out with it though, does Trossard, and gives the ball to Odegaard. Laid off to Thomas Partey. Partey out wide to the left-hand side to Gabriel Martinelli, who cuts into the penalty area. Gets to the byline, Martinelli tries to get the cross in, it's blocked, and Conor Bradley looks like it was run out of play anyway by Gabriel Martinelli, and it's going to be a goal kick. Early start and early pressure by Arsenal. Media, radio, jingles and gaming says I think Liverpool will win this game 3-1. Now that they've won the league, I think they now want to show a performance in front of their fans at Anfield. I would agree with that. I personally think Liverpool are probably going to win this game, but Arsenal have started off very, very well. Here's Jones. Good ball there to Konate. Konate flicks the ball on to Andrew Robertson. He's got space in front of him. He's also got Cody Gakpo down that left-hand side. Gakpo picks up the ball now. Goes towards the penalty area, Gakpo. Trying to get away there from Ben White. And he gives the ball back to Gravenberch. Gravenberch back to Robertson. Robertson with a cross. Brought down comfortably there by Miles Lewis-Skelly. And that allows David Raya to pick the ball up. His distribution was poor though. Tried to set off Gabriel Martinelli on his way, but the ball goes out of play. And it's picked up by Virgil van Dijk. Back to the goalkeeper. Oh, Alisson now just plays the ball off Leandro Trossard. Fortunately, it bounces nicely for him. Just bounces up into the air and back into the arms of Alisson. But very nearly a moment to forget for the Brazilian goalkeeper. And now then, here's Curtis Jones. Jones to Gakpo. Ball played forward now to Curtis Jones. It's a beautiful ball by Jones across to Salah in the penalty area. Here's a chance now for Diaz. Super save by David Raya. And that was fluent football by Liverpool. And the ball is given away once again by Arsenal. This time by Arsenal's number 23, Mikel Moreno. The cross is blocked. Well, that was brilliant fluent football by Liverpool that led up to that move. It's a long ball over the top now, looking to pick out Dominic Szoboszlai, but it goes behind for a goal kick. Such good football by Liverpool, you see it here. The breakout was brilliant. Perfect first pass by Diaz, and then the outside of the boot pass by Curtis Jones. Straight to Salah, who just squared it to Luis Diaz. And in the end, it was a super save by David Raya. And, well, already seen early on an opportunity for Liverpool. Both sides have had a good chance early on in this game. Saka for Arsenal, Diaz for Liverpool. And we're seeing some very interesting attacking, flowing football from both sides early on in a fixture, and he's offside there is Gabriel Martinelli. I'm not sure why they picked out Martinelli there. He was offside by about 5 yards. And see Ben White here tried to pick out Martinelli, but he was so far offside. So the free kick is taken. It's headed out of play that time by William Saliba, and it's going to be a throw-in for Liverpool just inside the Arsenal half of the field. And it's a long throw by Robertson, flicked on there by Gakpo. It's blocked. Finally won back by Ben White. And there's a foul actually on Mikel Moreno. Anthony Taylor telling him to get up. Moreno complaining. But it's a free kick to Arsenal. Moreno still complaining. The referee isn't going to change his mind. You can see here he cuts across. It was a late challenge. Free kick, nothing more than that really. And David Raya has the ball at his feet. Releases the ball to Leandro Trossard. Trossard steps back to Miles Lewis-Skelly. Back to Lewis-Skelly again. Across to Saliba. Saliba to Odegaard. Partey. Miles Lewis-Skelly. Just trying to skip away there from Curtis Jones. Gives it back to the goalkeeper, Raya. Good ball out by Raya. It's now forward to Martin Odegaard. And Odegaard is fouled. Or was he? The referee said no. So play continues. And it's cleared downfield. Header comfortably won there. And here's Partey. Partey gets challenged from behind by Dominic Szoboszlai. And Anthony Taylor this time has given a free kick. Well, the two teams, they've met each other a total of 243 times in their history, with Liverpool winning 95, 65 draws and 83 victories for Arsenal in all competitions. It is still very tight between these two sides. Here's Gabriel Martinelli down the left-hand side. He's got Conor Bradley in front of him. He checks back the Brazilian and drops it back to Thomas Partey. Partey drop back to the number 4 Ben White to Martin Odegaard, and it's back to White again and out wide to Bukayo Saka. Odegaard, his pass was blocked, and now Liverpool could come forward, and Dominic Szoboszlai, Liverpool breaking forward with a 4-on-3 if they hurry here. Here's Cody Gakpo, gets into the penalty area now. Gakpo holds up. They break out. Oh, he's dispossessed, is Cody Gakpo. That is really good defending that time by William Saliba. And now breaking forward is Arsenal on the other side. And it's 3-on-5 if they hurry. It's a long ball over the top. Looking for Martinelli, but Conor Bradley is back there defending that very, very well. Bradley manages to find Mo Salah. Back to Bradley again. He tries to skip his way past Moreno. But that is a good challenge. And here's Thomas Partey in the centre circle. Gives the ball to Odegaard. Back to Partey. And now Ben White just inside his own half. Lifts the ball over the top. Chasing this one is Bukayo Saka. That's a really good challenge by Andrew Robertson. But his clearance is not the best. Only manages to find Ben White, who gives the ball to Leandro Trossard. Trossard drops the ball back into his own half of the field to pick up William Saliba. He releases the ball to Thomas Partey. Kivia out wide to Martinelli down that left-hand side. Martinelli being doubled up upon. It's dropped back now to Miles Lewis-Skelly. Here's Ben White. Down the right-hand side to Bukayo Saka. Good possession football by Arsenal. And Ben White to get Bukayo Saka again, drops the ball back. And it's now William Saliba. Miles Lewis-Skelly. Ball out wide to Gabriel Martinelli to Conor Bradley. Bradley checks back and just trying to turn there is Mikel Moreno, but he's dispossessed. And here's Mo Salah. That is a late challenge by Jacob Kivia, and that's going to be a free kick to Liverpool. And foul by Jacob Kivier. Martin Odegaard's shirt is already torn. He's going to need a new one. And we're just going to have a stoppage in play here, I think, while they get Martin Odegaard another shirt. Well, actually, no, the free kick is going to be taken. And it's taken by Ibrahima Konate. It's just inside his own half of the field. It's giving it back there to Ryan Gravenberch, who goes back to the goalkeeper, Alisson Becker. Alisson releases it to Curtis Jones. Jones under pressure here from Partey, and Partey has won it back, and there's a chance for Arsenal now if they can sort it out between them. Trossard gets a shot away and it's blocked, and Liverpool come back to defend that well, but some dilly-dallying there at the back, giving the ball away to Thomas Partey. Well, he wasn't able to take advantage of that, and finally the cross comes in, and it's cleared away from Liverpool, but only as far as Miles Lewis-Skelly. But what a chance that was for Thomas Partey. Some real dilly-dallying at the back by Liverpool, and it started with Curtis Jones, who had just been dispossessed by Thomas Partey, but between Partey and Trossard, they were not able to get the shot away, and Liverpool were able to get back and defend that situation. Well, it's a free kick to Arsenal. Martin Odegaard is going to take it down the right-hand side. And you can see Arsenal players loading up the penalty area again. And in there is Thomas Partey, Jacob Kivier, and also Mikel Morena, as well as William Saliba. The free kick is just a yard or so in from the touchline, down the left-hand side. It's going to be swung in by Odegaard here. It's headed up into the air by Bradley and out again by Robertson as far as Ben White. Now to Bukayo Saka. Saka on the edge of the area, crosses it towards the back post, headed on by Gabriel, but it's comfortably taken by the goalkeeper, Alisson, and he releases it to Gravenberch. Gravenberch to Jones. Just knocks that ball on, and here's Mo Salah as Liverpool breaking forward, 5-on-4 now. Here's Salah, gets into the penalty area to Luis Diaz. Diaz tries to turn away from two defenders. That's a really good challenge by Jacob Kivier. He had to get that right. And Arsenal now can come out with Leandro Trossard. Trossard just drops the ball back there to Moreno. Back to the number 2, Saliba. 62% possession for Arsenal. That's rarely seen by a visiting team at Anfield. But that's where we're at so far with 16 minutes gone. It's cleared by David Raya, long downfield. And Thomas Partey, Bukayo Saka goes down under the challenge of Andrew Robertson. Remonstrates to the linesman, but the linesman says no. Here's Ryan Gravenberch. Gravenberch drops the ball back to Andrew Robertson. And now here's Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk back to the goalkeeper. Cleared downfield. And just shielding that ball is Miles Lewis-Skelly. Running into the back of him there was Mo Salah. As we take a look again, well, he's got his hands around the neck of Bukayo Saka, hasn't he? I mean, when we look at that, that was a free kick. I don't know how the official on this near side didn't see that, but no free kick was given. And finally, Odegaard gets himself another shirt, and we'll get the game back underway here with this free kick for the foul by Mo Salah on Miles Lewis-Skelly. As Arsenal just determining who's going to take it. Finally, it's determined that David Raya is going to take this free kick. As Arsenal move every one of their players into the Liverpool half of the field. David Raya going to go long here. And ball over the halfway line. The header is won well there by Conor Bradley. Cleared back into the Arsenal half of the field. Kivier has it, releases it to Partey. Partey steps into the centre circle. Confronts Diaz and then drops the ball away from him to Ben White. Back to the goalkeeper. And there's Kivia, launches the ball over the top, looking for Martinelli, and he clashed there with Dominic Jobbersley, and it's going to be a free kick to Liverpool. 0-0. 19 minutes gone. And that goes back to the goalkeeper. And now here's Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk back to Andrew Robertson. And the ball is long over the top. And here's Cody Gakpo chasing this. He's in now. It's Gakpo. He turns. He goes down under the challenge. No penalty, says the referee. And cleared out by William Saliba. But just for a second, Cody Gakpo had sight on goal. And now here's Robertson from the front. Gakpo! It's 1-0 to Liverpool. It's Cody Gakpo with a header. He wasn't picked up on the near post. And he gives Liverpool the 1-goal lead. Right up Reyes near post. And Cody Gakpo is the goal scorer. Nobody picking up Gakpo there. Really, Liverpool were breaking out in numbers as Arsenal have been struggling with this. Gakpo, first of all, gets inside the defence. He's just not able to bring the ball under control. The ball was cleared out of play following the throw-in, and it was a short throw-in. Gakpo, there's nobody marking him just inside the 6-yard box. The cross comes in from Robertson, and just inside the 6-yard box, it's a comfortable header. I'm not sure David Raya should be beaten in his front post like that, but it's close range, and it's a powerful header from Gakpo. And it's Liverpool 1, Arsenal 0. And it's now back with Alisson Becker, cleared downfield. And Liverpool win the ball back here. Good play there by Gakpo. Gets the ball out to the right-hand side to Mo Salah. Salah plays the ball over the top to Jobbersley. This could get worse for Liverpool, for Arsenal. And it's turned in. And it's turned in by Luis Diaz. Oh, and it all came from the ball to Dominic Jobbersley. And his shot just beat David Raya, and sliding in to ensure the ball goes in the net was Luis Diaz. And it's 2-0 to Liverpool, and I can't say I'm surprised. Liverpool look deadly when they play like this, and 2 goals in a minute for Liverpool. Well, Arsenal falling asleep at the back. There's no offside. Dominic Jobbersley, Raya again. I have to question David Raya again here. I don't know what he's doing. He looks way out of position here. He doesn't need to come out and meet the forward at that angle. And, that just left an easy tap-in the end for Luis Diaz. It's 2-0. And 2 in a minute for Liverpool. 22 minutes gone here, and what started off as a pretty decent start for Arsenal has backfired now with 2 goals in the space of a minute for the Reds. Dominic Jobbersley puts the ball out of play. Media Radio Jingles and Gaming has said 2-0 that quickly for Liverpool. Well, they are so impressive when they break out. We've seen it in this first half so far, where they've just broken out in numbers, and they look so good going forward. They're so quick. They remind me of the Liverpool of old. And it's so difficult to defend against that. And the Liverpool fans, rightly right now, are in raptures. As Arsenal trying to create something to get back into this game. The ball goes out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for Miles Lewis-Skelly. Almost level with the Liverpool penalty area. Finds Luis Diaz. And Diaz almost dispossessed, but Liverpool keep it there. It's Thomas Partey. Gives the ball to Moreno. Moreno has a shot. It's blocked. And now Liverpool storming forward one more time. It's Luis Diaz. Out wide to Mo Salah. Salah plays the ball through to Diaz. Diaz turns, gets a shot away. Oh, it was almost 3. That was very close for Luis Diaz. as the ball whistles past the post. And you can see here, it might have actually been a fingertip save by Reyes, actually. Let's look at that. Let's have a look at it again. Actually, I think that's a fingertip save by the goalkeeper. He hasn't been given credit. I think he's been given credit for it. Yes, it's going to be a corner. I just need a drink of water. My voice is going. So it's the first corner of the game, which Dominic Szoboszlai will take. It's down the Liverpool left. Arsenal fans behind the goal in the Anfield Road end. The cross comes in. David Raya plucks it out the air. And he's just holding back now. He was about to release it there, but thought better of it. He doesn't know exactly. He's still holding the ball. The Liverpool player's not entirely happy with that. Finally, it's released. Here's Saliba. Saliba plays the ball forward to Saka is dispossessed, and here's Curtis Jones. Szoboszlai. Diaz tries to lift it over the goalkeeper, and it just goes on top of the net. And right now, Arsenal have no answer to this Liverpool offence when they come forward. There just doesn't seem to be a defensive answer for Arsenal. They're completely at 6s and 7s. And this was an opportunity just lifted over the top there. It was David Raya ensured that it was going over the top. A stat has come in. Ange Postecoglou is officially the worst manager in Tottenham's Premier League era. Spurs have achieved the most losses in a Premier League campaign in the club's history, 20. Well, isn't that a shame? And the ball is played forward to Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey is held there. It's going to be a free kick. And to be picked up here by William Saliba. He's going to take the free kick inside the centre circle. Gives the ball to Ben White. To Martin Odegaard. Odegaard drops the ball back to the number 2, William Saliba. Saliba. Back to Ben White. Forward to Leandro Trossard. And it's picked up here by Cody Gakpo. Liverpool coming forward again. Gakpo beats 2 or 3 Arsenal players and goes down under the challenge of Thomas Partey. And Liverpool have a free kick in a very dangerous position. Well, he skipped inside two Arsenal players there, and then the late challenge by Thomas Partey. I don't think he makes any attempt to win the ball there. I actually think that's yellow card worthy, but Anthony Taylor has kept his cards in his pocket, and it's a free kick to Liverpool. Andrew Robertson. It's about maybe 10-15 yards outside the penalty area. Almost at the corner of the penalty area on the left-hand side. And it's going to be taken by Andrew Robertson, who's going to get the opportunity to just lift this ball in. 2-man Arsenal wall. Robertson swings it in, and it goes all the way across. Finally, Leandro Trossard just trying to bring the ball under control, under scrutiny of Mo Salah. It was a good ball by Trossard. Manages to find Martinelli. Martinelli storming over the halfway line now, hoping to create a counter-attacking chance for Arsenal. It's dropped back to Morena. Morena to the number 49 there, Miles Lewis-Skelly. Here's Thomas Partey. Partey holds the ball up and plays the ball out wide to Bukayo Saka. Saka just drops the ball, holds the ball up, tries to get the cross in, and he doesn't. He's dispossessed in the end. And there is the number 7, Luis Diaz. And number 4, Ben White, just launching a long one here. And it comes back there to Trossard, but nipping in and winning the ball there was Andrew Robertson, and it's given away by Luis Diaz. And now there's a scrappy bit of play here, but here's Odegaard. He manages to find Trossard. Can Trossard get the cross? And he can, but it's cleared away by Ibrahima Konate inside the penalty area. And Liverpool 2, Arsenal 0, 28 minutes gone. And Arne Slot has to be very, very happy with his Liverpool performance so far. It's a throw-in for Arsenal, level with the Liverpool penalty area down the right-hand side. And it's taken quickly there by the number 4, Ben White, for Arsenal. Operating at left-back today, Timon just not quite fit enough. And here is Kivia. Saliba to White. And out wide to Bukayo Saka. Saka trying to get to the byline, gets inside the penalty area. Saka beats 2 Liverpool players, gets the shot away, does Saka, but it's way over the crossbar. And he does look unhappy with that effort as we approach the half-hour mark here. Liverpool 2, Arsenal 0. And we've got 15 minutes to go until half-time, but I'm not exactly sure how Mikel Arteta addresses the attacking flow by Liverpool, because every time they come forward, they look dangerous. Here's Ryan Gravenberch. Gravenberch to Konate. Konate storming forward now. Over the halfway line. Here comes Ibrahima Konate. He's got others joining him. And here's Conor Bradley. Just needs to pull it back for Diaz. Oh, that's a good challenge by Saliba. Diaz was ready to just tap the ball in for number 3. But that is really, really good play by William Saliba, just making sure that he's not able to do that. But once again, such swift breakout by Liverpool. The ball by Konate goes over the halfway line. Nobody is challenging him. He might have just been offside, Conor Bradley. I don't know. He might be level. It's one of them. But Conor Bradley pulls it back to Diaz. And, well, good work by Saliba. But once again, Arsenal's defence is just crumbling at the moment defensively. There is no challenge there from Konate at all going into the Liverpool half of the field, which created that chaos. As half an hour gone, and Conor Bradley and Liverpool at the moment are running like a well-oiled machine. As we take a look at this goal, it was taken quickly to some power on the header, but I'm still not sure about David Raya's positioning there. Anyway, the ball is picked up here off the chest of Cody Gakpo and out of play. It's going to be a throw into Arsenal. Taken quickly, and it's Thomas Partey now. Partey to Odegaard. Odegaard flicks the ball towards the back post, looking for Martinelli. He chases it down and gets there over by the touchline. Plays the ball short there to Moreno. Moreno just trying to get to the byline. Saka's over there. It's headed away by Virgil van Dijk. Good work by the Liverpool captain. Manages to find Cody Gakpo. Back to Robertson, who clears the ball downfield, really into no man's land. It's comfortably picked up by Jacob Kivia. Media radio jingles and gaming says, I do think that Liverpool will get a few more goals this game. They are really giving their fans at Anfield a brilliant game today. Well, they definitely are at the moment, aren't they? I mean, they are looking really, really sharp, showing everybody really why they are league champions and that it's no fluke. Here's David Raya on the ball right now. Releases the ball to the number 2, William Saliba. Saliba plays the ball forward to Leandro Trossard. And there's Bukayo Saka now on the ball to Trossard again. Back to Saka. Saka has Trossard overlapping if he wants to use him. Pulls the ball back to Odegaard. Odegaard to Trossard. Back to Martin Odegaard again. Here is Ben White. Picked up by Trossard. Oh, good play by Trossard. Holds the ball up, looking to turn and shoot. He's got Martinelli over on the left-hand side if he wants to find him. Eventually the ball does get over to Martinelli. Back to Partey on the edge of the Liverpool penalty area. Here's a chance now for Leandro Trossard, but good defensive play by Ibrahima Konate. Wins that ball and manages to find Conor Bradley. And a foul there by Mikel Morena, and it's going to be a free kick to Liverpool. And the first yellow card gets shown to Mikel Morena. of Arsenal on 33 minutes. Let's just take a look at that. Yeah, no attempt to win the ball, really. It's a very poor challenge. Yellow card. The right decision by Mr. Anthony Taylor. And the free kick is taken. Here is Curtis Jones. He drops the ball back to Alisson Becker. He clears the ball out, flicked on by Cody Gakpo to Robertson. It's back with Gakpo now, just midway inside his own half. Gives the ball to Andrew Robertson, but another foul this time by Thomas Partey. This time on Cody Gakpo, and a free kick. As we look again at the Liverpool team, there's a long ball forward looking for Mo Salah. Miles Lewis-Skelly not able to bring that down. Salah has it. Salah tries to play the ball through to Diaz, but this time Kivier is aware of it. And Miles Lewis-Skelly now has the ball. He's got Mohamed Salah all over him. Miles Lewis-Skelly goes down. Mohamed Salah is furious. He thinks that Miles Lewis-Skelly has gone down way too easy there. The free kick is taken nevertheless, and here is Ben White. Gives the ball to Leandro Trossard, just inside his own half of the field. Trossard has got options left and right. He gives the ball there to Moreno, towards the left-hand side. Liverpool already warming up. Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'm surprised. Conor Bradley has done very well in this first half. And here's Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli now flicked the ball back inside to Miles Lewis-Skelly. And it's back to Partey. Partey was thinking about shooting for a moment, and he gives the ball away, and it's cleared away out of play, or almost out of play, I should say, by Ibrahim Konate, but the ball is picked up. And now here is Odegaard. Odegaard to Moreno. Out wide there to Kivier. Kivier tries to get the cross in. It's a poor one, but it's been given away by Dominic Szoboszlai to Odegaard. Odegaard pulls it into the middle, but it's behind Bukayo Saka, and Liverpool can come forward now with Cody Gakpo. He launches the ball long. It's comfortably won there by Ben White, and now here's Bukayo Saka for Arsenal. It's got Leandro Trossard down the right. It's a bad ball, really, by Bukayo Saka, but Trossard picks up the ball by the corner flag. And now here's Odegaard. Holds the ball up to Partey. Arsenal chasing a goal back here. Here's Leandro Trossard. Back to Odegaard. Odegaard is dispossessed. And now Liverpool coming forward with Luis Diaz. Diaz with Thomas Partey pressuring in there. Thomas Partey wins the ball back, but it's going to be a free kick to Liverpool. Another foul by Thomas Partey as we've got less than 10 minutes to go until half time. It's Liverpool 2, Arsenal 0. And you can see here just this challenge into the back of Luis Diaz. And the referee had taken exception to. And then finally he does win the ball, but not before he'd hacked away at the back of Luis Diaz. So it's a free kick to Liverpool, and he's got a broken nose here as Luis Diaz. So we're just going to have a stoppage and play, and we're just going to review some of the scores from earlier on today. Chelsea suffered a defeat 2-0 at the hands of Newcastle. Manchester United losing at home 2-0 to West Ham. Nottingham Forest secured a Conference League place at least with a 2-2 draw at Leicester. Tottenham Hotspur slipped into 17th, yes, 17th, in their home game against Crystal Palace, losing 2-0. So Forest still in with a chance of a Champions League place, but it's very much out of their hands at this stage. I think it may be difficult. They can get fifth, certainly still, but the Europa League and the Conference League they've definitely qualified for, but the Champions League is still a possibility for them. So we're going to see. They've got that crunch game against Chelsea on the last game of the season. So the Liverpool fans still delighted here as we are just still dealing with the stoppage and play. Just looking at the most recent games between these two sides, it's very tight. A 3-1 victory for Arsenal, a 2-0 victory for Liverpool, and 3 draws. Has just shown a very, very tight meeting between these two teams. Free kick is finally going to be taken. And Alisson is going to get the ball downfield as we get this game back underway. The header is won by Miles Lewis-Skelly, only as far as Curtis Jones. Gravenberch gives it to Gakpo. Gakpo drops it back into his own half of the field, as Liverpool will be quite happy to manage this game until half-time. But it's a long ball over the top, looking for Jobberslai. And finally Saliba just clears that up at the back. And it's cleared away, but it's picked up by Van Dijk. Connects with the ball. Gakpo trying to bring the ball under control, but he's dispossessed. And here's Ben White, drops the ball to Saliba. Saliba to Partey. Here's Odegaard. Oh, good ball by Odegaard there to Mikel Moreno. Moreno has got Martinelli on the left side. He goes to Martinelli. Martinelli's got Bradley in front of him. Back there to Moreno. Oh, good challenge by Luis Diaz. Just wins that ball back. And it's back with Konate, and now Luis Diaz tries to flick the ball to Conor Bradley, but he gives the ball away to Leandro Trossard, and Bradley has to nip in and knock that ball out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in for Arsenal. It's taken quickly. Long ball down to the left-hand side to Bukayo Saka. Saka, he tried to find Ben White, but it was away from Ben White, and now Dominic Jobberslai nips in and wins that ball back. Goes over the halfway line, Liverpool coming forward. It's a long ball over the top, looking for Salah, but David Raya reads that danger very, very well, and he's already out to collect that ball ahead of Mo Salah. And now Arsenal coming forward with Ben White. Ben White to Thomas Partey. Partey across to Mikel Moreno. Moreno to the number 2, William Saliba. He goes out to the right-hand side to Bukayo Saka. Here's Leandro Trossard. Back to Saka again. Saka's got a bit of space in front of him now. Pulled back to Odegaard. Odegaard gets a shot. It's blocked by Van Dijk. Here's Leandro Trossard, though. Trossard just tried to skip away from a few Liverpool players. He walked straight into a bunch of them there. And now Cody Gakpo breaking out for Liverpool. It's a good ball to Luis Diaz. And there's the ball out wide to Mo Salah. Salah cuts into the penalty area. And he tries to get the ball in again to Curtis Jones, but that's a good piece of defending again, this time by Kivia. Better by Arsenal defensively as this first half has gone on. And now the ball is with Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk back to Andrew Robertson. Gives the ball to Dominic Jobberslai. And across there to Ibrahima Konate. Konate plays the ball forward to Curtis Jones. That's a good ball out wide to Mo Salah. Liverpool in cruise control right now. And Miles Lewis-Skelly just blocks Mo Salah. And that is going to be a yellow card for Miles Lewis-Skelly. No question about that. No attempt to win the ball. That was a professional foul if I've ever seen one. You can see it here. Just blocks the Liverpool player from getting past. And a yellow card for Miles Lewis-Skelly. And a free kick to Liverpool. And it's Dominic Jobberslai and Mo Salah standing over this. It's Liverpool attacking the Anfield Road end in this first half. They've got Konate in there, Van Dijk in there. Is it going to be Jobberslai or Salah? I got the feeling it's might be Salah. Let's see. It is Salah. Salah swings it towards the back post. It goes over everybody's head and goes behind for a goal kick. as we have about a minute left at the end of this first half plus stoppage time. With Luis Diaz's broken nose, I suspect that Liverpool may well, that the stoppage time in the end might well reach about 5 minutes. We'll see. It's back with Ben White. He goes back to Thomas Partey. Partey clears the ball forward. Chasing this one is Bukayo Saka, headed down comfortably by Robertson. Picked up by Gakpo, but he runs the ball out of play. It's going to be a throw into Arsenal. Cody Gakpo, one of the scorers in this first half. Diaz getting the other. Here is Odegaard. Odegaard is dispossessed by Gravenberch. And now Liverpool coming forward again. He's dispossessed that time. Did Thomas Partey foul Szoboszlai? The referee said yes, and it's going to be a free kick to Liverpool. Well, it's been a really absorbing first half to watch between both these two sides. Liverpool getting the better of it at the moment, though. Here is Curtis Jones down the left-hand side. Jones again. Drop back to Luis Diaz. Diaz. Back to Virgil van Dijk. And Cody Gakpo back to the goalkeeper. Clears the ball downfield. Flicked on by Bradley. Bradley to Mo Salah again. Back to Bradley. He's got a little bit of space there as Bradley. He's inside the penalty area, but he's in an offside position. And it's going to be a free kick, as we just wait to see what Dean Whitestone's board is going to show. 3 minutes at the end of this first half. And here is William Saliba. Saliba plays the ball out wide to the number 4 Ben White for Arsenal. It's Saliba again. Saliba to Thomas Partey. Holds the ball up well, does Partey. Gives it back to Saliba. The ball is across there to Kivia. Kivia out wide there to Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli out to Mikel Moreno, and it goes out of play for a throw-in. For a goal kick. As the minutes tick down into stoppage time, and Liverpool will be quite happy to see this first half out. Mikel Arteta's got some work to do at half-time. And it's going to be a goal kick here. As Mikel Arteta is looking on there, he does not look particularly happy. But I think at the same time you have to applaud Liverpool's play. It's just been outstanding in this first half. The fluency of football coming forward from Liverpool has been amongst the best that I've seen this season. Here is Saliba. Saliba just holds up play. Plays the ball across to Kivia. Kivia just inside his own half. He launches the ball over the top, and chasing this one is Martinelli. Martinelli inside the penalty area. Can he get the cross in? Virgil van Dijk blocks it, and it goes out of play for an Arsenal throw-in. A minute left of the 3 minutes given by Dean Whitestone. Throw-in to Liverpool this time. It's taken quickly. Manages to find Gravenberch. Gravenberch finds Diaz. Diaz, that's a really superb pass to Salah. And already Liverpool are inside the Arsenal penalty area. Pulled back to Gravenberch. He goes down. It's picked up again by by Salah. Salah getting to the byline. Can he get the cross in? He's not able to, but it's a good block there by William Saliba. Again, defensively, really good play. As it's a corner now to Liverpool, which they have about 20 seconds to take, which is a minimum stoppage time. Going over to take it on the far side is Dominic Szoboszlai, as the fans applaud Dominic Szoboszlai. It's the second corner of the game, none for Arsenal in this first half. What started off as a very impressive start by Arsenal, Liverpool have just taken over this game as the first half has gone on. Corner to be taken by Dominic Jobert-Sly. Outswung to Canate. It's up in the air and it goes behind for a goal kick. And that is half time. Well, Liverpool take the 2-0 lead into half time. Goals, 2 in a minute, one from Cody Gakpo on 20 minutes and one from Luis Diaz on 21. Liverpool can take away a brilliant first half performance, albeit from a shaky start. Arsenal have got work to do in this second half, but at half time it's Liverpool 2, Arsenal 0. Back to you, Ross.
Thank you very much there, Paul. And Paul, just before we do let you go, you mentioned there towards the end of the summary in that game, Arsenal started off well, and then Liverpool just took over the first half. Just give us your overall thoughts on the game then, because for me, up until the opening goal for Liverpool, in my opinion, Arsenal looked to be the better side. But since that first goal, Liverpool have just taken over, in my opinion. Would you agree with that assessment?
Yeah, I think so. I think when the first goal went in, that created some panic in the Arsenal defence and they quickly conceded again. You see, I noticed this in the game against Paris Saint-Germain. Arsenal's defence struggles when teams break forward in numbers. That defence is tailor-made for the likes of Liverpool's attacking, breaking forward in numbers. The Arsenal struggled defensively in that situation, and in the case of both goals, that showed that. I think, to be honest with you, in the second half, they've got a lot of work to do. They stabilised the game a little bit, Arsenal, as the first half went on, but Liverpool have been brilliant in the first half and fully deserved their 2-0 lead.
That they do, Paul. That they do. We'll let you get off and have your half-time refreshments, and we'll be back with Paul in plenty of time for the start of the second half. Liverpool leading by 2-0 at Anfield. Get your first half thoughts into us, and we'll do our best to read them out. Let me read you some of the other scores taking place today in the Scottish Premiership. Rangers beat Aberdeen by 4-0 in the early games in the Premier League, which you can see going across the bottom of your screen, and the results from this weekend thus far. In today's matches, it was Man United 0, West Ham United 2, Newcastle 2, Chelsea 0, Forest 2, Leicester 2, and Tottenham 0, Crystal Palace 2, were the full-time scores there. In some other matches in La Liga, Leganés 3, Espanyol 2, Barcelona 4, Real Madrid 3 in La Liga there. In the Bundesliga, Bayer Leverkusen 2, Borussia Dortmund 4, Frankfurt 1, St. Pauli 2 is a half-time scoreline. And in the evening kickoff is Stuttgart against Augsburg. In the Italian Serie A, Udinese 1, Monza 2, Verona 1, Lecce 1, Torino 0, Inter Milan 1. Napoli against Genoa is an evening kickoff at 7:45 UK time. Torino against Inter is the current latest score taking place on after 23 minutes there this afternoon. There has been some games in the FA Vase and the FA Trophy finals today. The FA Trophy final at half time is Aldershot Town 0, Spennymoor Town 0 is the half-time scoreline there in that game. There was a game earlier on this afternoon in the FA Vase final in the match which was also took place at Wembley Stadium this afternoon. That kicked off at lunchtime, 12:15, and about 12:15. That kicked off this afternoon. It was between Winstaple Town and AFC Wildlight. And I can tell you, in that game this afternoon, it was 1-1 after 90 minutes. Extra time followed, and when Staple Town went 2-1 up just for half time in extra time, and it finished Winstaple 2. They won by 2-1. Winstaple Town won 2-1 in the FA Vase, and they are the FA Vase champions. This afternoon they won at Wembley Stadium against AFC Wildlight in that game there. And as I say, half time in the other game, in the FA trophy final between Aldershot Town and Spennymoor Town. It is currently goalless at the break there in the FA Trophy final at Wembley Stadium. And manager for Spennymoor Town is Graham Lee, who used to be at Middlesbrough in the academy setup there in the coaching department there. And Leeds United under 21s beat Aldershot Town in the National League Cup on their route to gain silverware there as well. So there is news for you just there in that game today. So there's the all-time scores and some results for you from the matches taking place today. You can see all the Premier League scores from this weekend thus far going across the bottom of your screen. If you want to get your thoughts in on Liverpool against Arsenal, get them in right now. We'll do our best to read them out for you during our half-time interval this afternoon. We'll bring you some quotes as well from some of the people watching the game this afternoon. And Stephen Warnock, who used to play for Liverpool, a former Liverpool defender, he said it could have been so different for Arsenal had they been clinical in front of goal. They had a massive opportunity for Saka, and then there was another one for Trossard, and Partey made a mess of. Liverpool were clinical on the counter-attack. They've been outstanding. Arsenal have dominated possession, but Arsenal won't care. He knows that leaves them vulnerable at the back. That's the thoughts of Stephen Warnock there. Some other results which I'm not giving you just yet in the playoff picture in League 2 semi-final first leg. Chesterfield 0, Walsall 2. Coming up towards the end of that game there, that kicked off at 3:30 this afternoon. That's just coming towards the end of the game there. Harper 6 in League 1, the promotion of first leg of the semi-final there is Wycombe Wanderers against Charlton Athletic at 6:30 UK time this evening. We'll keep you up to date with that. And just to tell you, the FA Trophy final, Aldershot Town have just taken the lead. They're in the second half there now, and Aldershot Town have just taken the lead against Spennymoor Town. Barham with the goal on 48 minutes, the difference there this afternoon. As in this game goes from Cody Gakpo and Luis Diaz within a minute of each other, put Liverpool into a commanding 2-goal lead. It was Eze with a brace, 45 and 48 either side of the half-time interval for Crystal Palace in their victory over Tottenham earlier on this afternoon. Nottingham Forest 2-2 with Leicester. Morgan Gibbs-White cast out Conor Cody's opener, which will give the Reds and the Tricky Trees a lead on 56 minutes. But Facundo Buenanotte equalised for the Foxes with 9 minutes to go. Goals from Thomas Soychek and Jared Bowen on 26 and 57 minutes respectively gave West Ham a 2-goal lead and a 2-0 victory over Manchester United at Old Trafford this afternoon. And Newcastle won by 2 goals against 10-man Chelsea. Sandro Tonali and Bruno Guimaraes on target in the second and 90th minute respectively. Chelsea played from the 35th minute onwards with 10 men throwing the red card to Nicholas Jackson as he forearm smashed Sven Bondman in the face just 10 minutes before the referee in that game. Let me tell you I'll just say who the referee in that Newcastle game was John Brooks, and he had to be helped out by Darren England, who recommended him to go to the monitor and upgrade the yellow card for the Chelsea striker to a red, which means with the striker in Christopher Nkunku being out injured for the remainder of the season, Chelsea will have to go into the last few games of the season without a recognised striker in their attacking front line, which is going to be a big worry for Enzo Maresca's side there. And I've just got a quote here from Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim, who was been speaking after their 2-0 defeat to West Ham United, and he has come out and said this evening he is embarrassed with Manchester United after their defeat today to West Ham United. He says we need to change a lot of things during this summer. That is the thoughts there of Manchester United's boss Ruben Amorim speaking after the game against West Ham United today. We'll try and bring you some reaction if we can at the end of our programme before we leave you tonight in that one. There, we'll keep you bang up today with the second half of this game between Liverpool and Arsenal. We're just going to take a quick break right now, but when we do return, we'll be back in plenty of time for the start of the second half between Liverpool and Arsenal. Will Liverpool come out on top and continue to end more goals, or will Arsenal get back into it? Join us shortly to find out. Welcome back ahead of the second half coverage between Liverpool and Arsenal. Liverpool leading by 2-0 as it stands at half time in the game against Arsenal this afternoon. Liverpool 2 goals in the minute from Cody Gakpo and Luis Diaz, with the game ahead of the second half to come. And just a result to tell you from the League Two playoff semi-final first leg: Chesterfield 0, Walsall 2 is a full-time score there. Both goals coming in the first half. There is one more game later in the League One playoffs to come tonight. Wycombe Wanderers against Charlton Athletic. Kick-off for that one is at 6:30pm. Unfortunately, no coverage will be here on the commentary ball, the commentary 2, and our partner channels from those playoffs today. We may bring you on later in the week. Stay tuned to our Twitter feed at Commentary Live 1 to find out if we will be bringing you one of those later on. There, just a comment in the comment section here. Well, a good result for Liverpool, of course, at half time. The question is, can anything change in the second half? And I'll put that question to you, Paul. Can anything change in the second half, Paul?
It's a difficult one. I think Arsenal are capable of making those changes. They definitely look good in the first sort of 15-20 minutes of the game before the goal. So there is that chance. It's very difficult though. It's Anfield. It's not many teams win there, and certainly they don't lose 2-goal leads very often here. So I think it's going to be very difficult, to be honest. I think Arsenal have a mountain to climb in the second half.
Yes, you just mentioned there, Paul, Arsenal have a mountain to climb in the second half. What do you think Arteta needs to do a bit differently, my friend?
Well, that's I couldn't answer that question for you, Ross. But the only thing I can say is Their passing will need to improve in the final third of the field. I think they're going to have to make more attempts at shooting from around the edge of the area rather than trying to pass the ball into the net.
Thank you very much, then, Paul. We've played back out ready for the second half. Time for me to hand over to your match commentator for that second half coverage. It's Paul James.
All right, thanks very much. So Liverpool attacking the Kop end in the second half, which is the goal to our right, of course, as Liverpool get the game underway. It's a long ball forward and cleared away there by Arsenal and picked up by Ibrahima Konate. Konate rolls it back to the goalkeeper, Alisson, and Alisson just clears the ball. He slips as he does, but no real damage. He gets the ball into the Arsenal half of the field. Luis Diaz chasing down Kivia. Kivia gets the ball back to the goalkeeper. And I'll run you through the lineups in a moment. There has been no changes at half time for either side, so I'll just quickly run you through the lineup, starting with Liverpool. They have Alisson Becker in goal, Andrew Robertson, Virgil van Dijk, Ibrahima Konate, Connor Bradley, Curtis Jones, Ryan Gravenberch. Here's a chance now for Arsenal, though. It's played back to Leandro Trossard, pulls it back, the shot is blocked. It was from Martinelli. It was pulled back to Martinelli. He was standing there, well, about 8 yards from goal, but his shot was blocked. And Liverpool defending that very, very well. I'll try and run you through the sides in a moment, but here's Jakub Kivia. Kivia gives the ball to Martin Odegaard. Odegaard knocks the ball out to the left-hand side to Leandro Trossard. It looks like Trossard and Martinelli have switched positions. Trossard into Martinelli, and it's a goal back for Arsenal! The header into the corner by Martinelli. And Arsenal pull a goal back with a minute or two in the start of this second half, and Liverpool will not be happy with that goal. It was poor defending, really, in the long run. Let's just take a look at it again. The ball by Odegaard played out to Trossard. Trossard here gets the cross in. It was a pinpoint cross by Leandro Trossard, but a free header from, 8 yards out, nobody close to Martinelli, and his header diverts that past Alisson Becker, and Arsenal are back in this game. And it's hard to imagine that Liverpool will concede such a soft goal, but Gabriel Martinelli is the scorer, as he seems to have moved into that number 9 role at the start of this second half. Here's Miles Lewis Skelly. To the number 2 William Saliba. It's a long ball. Chasing it is Martinelli, but that's good work by Connor Bradley. Connor Bradley played forward to the number 23 Mikel Morena, and it's with the number 5 Thomas Partey. Gives it back to Miles Lewis Skelly. We've already got a comment in the comment section. What an opening goal from Martinelli at the start of the second half. Indeed it is, because I'll tell you, that could just open the door now for an Arsenal comeback. Liverpool, though, we know they don't concede many at Anfield, so this is still a big task ahead of Arsenal in this game. Here is William Saliba. Saliba to Miles Lewis Skelly to Kivia. Kivia across to Saliba. Might as well just run you through the teams now while everybody's just passing the ball around here. So again for Liverpool, Alisson, Robertson, Van Dijk, Konate, Bradley, Jones, Gravenberch, Gakpo, Szoboszlai, Salah and Diaz. For Arsenal, Raya, Lewis Skelly, Jakub Kivia, William Saliba, Ben White, Mikel Moreno, Thomas Partey, Martin Odegaard, Gabriel Martinelli, Leandro Trossard and Bukayo Saka. Those are your lineups, so no changes. And here is Jakub Kivia. Kivia holds the ball up and gives the ball here to Thomas Partey and Odegaard. And here's Thomas Partey. And back to Saliba. Saliba plays the ball down the right-hand side to Ben White. He gives it back to Saka. Saka releases it to Odegaard. Back to Saka. Saka checks inside. He's inside the penalty area. Saka, he gets a shot away and it's blocked. And now Luis Diaz tries to flick that ball away. And he is fouled, I think. The referee has given a free kick, or has he? No, the referee plays on. And now here's Bukayo Saka for Arsenal again. Overlapping is Ben White. Ben White tries to get the cross in. Van Dijk clears the ball out of play. It doesn't quite make it out of play. Saka somehow keeps it in. Saka gives the ball back to Odegaard down that right-hand side. And here is Kivia. Good ball across to Miles Lewis-Skelly. Across there to the number 5, Thomas Partey. Good ball out to the right-hand side to Bukayo Saka. He's got Gakpo in front of him. Cuts in well to Saka. Still going Saka. And he just manages to keep his feet. He's still going. And Saka just cuts back. Pulled back to Leandro Trossard. Trossard with a shot, but it's just over the crossbar. Well, Bukayo Saka kept the ball for a long time there amongst the challenging Liverpool players, creating that chance for Leandro Trossard. Beautiful play by the England international. As Trossard, though, just leaning back with that shot, and it goes over the crossbar and out of play for a goal kick. Well, for a goal kick. So it's actually taken by Andrew Robertson, actually, I think. Not by the goalkeeper, Alisson, so I just wonder what's going on there. But Arsenal have possession again. It's Thomas Partey. And across to Martin Odegaard. Now all of a sudden Arsenal are the team in the ascendancy. Definitely with their tails up right now. Back to Odegaard. Odegaard tries to slip the ball through. He might have been better shooting there. That ball is cleared away by Ibrahima Konate, and away goes Salah as Liverpool showing how dangerous they are on the break. Salah cuts inside. Tries to play the ball through to Luis Diaz. Just a bit too much pace on that by Salah to Diaz, and it goes through to the goalkeeper, David Raya. And it's back with Trossard. Trossard to Partey. Partey lifts the ball over the top. Good header, won there by Conor Bradley. And now here come Liverpool. And it's trying to see who that is. It's Robertson. Robertson with a shot, and it's just over the crossbar and behind for a goal kick into the Anfield Road end. Or rather into the Kop end, I should say. As we take a look at this goal again for Martinelli. Really good work. Actually, this wasn't the goal. This was, I apologise, Leandro Trossard there just playing the ball across for Mikel Moreno that time. From 8 yards out, he tried to make the shot. Arsenal looking very, very dangerous early on in the second half, just like they did in the first half. They've got a goal to show for it this time. Here's Odegaard. Odegaard plays, it's a poor pass by Odegaard, and comfortably won back by Andrew Robertson. And Robertson now storming over the halfway line, and here's Curtis Jones. Back to Robertson again. Liverpool coming forward now. It's a cross in by Robertson, but David Raya just gets out and gets down and stops that cross. Good goalkeeping by David Raya. Here is Bukayo Saka. And it's back with Ben White. White over the halfway line to Saka again. Arsenal now coming forward with Ben White into the penalty area. Ben White, good work by Ben White, drills the ball across. It doesn't reach Martinelli. It's good work by Alisson in goal. Gets his arm out to block that. A really good piece of goalkeeping. As we just take a look at this check back there. Oh, it's good goalkeeping by Alisson. Just gets down there because just waiting behind him was Martinelli. And Arsenal continue to put pressure on, but they are being caught on the break by Liverpool when they come forward. So we are in for a very interesting and entertaining second half, the way things have gone so far. And that ball is given away by Andrew Robertson to Bukayo Saka, who in turn gives the ball away to Curtis Jones. And now Liverpool coming forward with Ryan Gravenberch. Gravenberch just inside his own half of the field here. Gives the ball to Szoboszlai. Back to Gravenberch. And here's Virgil van Dijk. Gravenberch again. Back to Konate over the halfway line. Good work by Gravenberch. Good ball across there now. And over to Cody Gakpo. Gakpo now inside the penalty area. He cuts inside, does Cody Gakpo. Oh, it's a good challenge by Ben White, but Liverpool still have possession with Curtis Jones. They're looking so dangerous when they come forward, Liverpool. And here's Szoboszlai now. Szoboszlai with a shot. Oh, it's too hot to handle for David Raya, but he gets it on the second attempt. And it's a really good effort by Szoboszlai. Ball moving a little bit there as well. But the goalkeeper gets behind it. As David Raya now is just going to encourage the Arsenal players to get forward. 64% possession, 5 attempts in the second half by Arsenal, just to give you some idea about the difference in this second half being shown by Arsenal. Here's Thomas Partey. And ball played forward out to the number 27, 23 there, Mikel Morena. It's a poor ball forward by Morena and straight to a Liverpool player. Here is Connor Bradley. Bradley just knocks the ball back to the goalkeeper. And across to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Robertson. Just holds up the ball and releases it to Konate. This is good play by Konate to Dominic Szoboszlai. Back to Konate. It's going to turn now and get the ball back. And almost given away by Szoboszlai to Thomas Partey there. But it bounced off the leg of Thomas Partey and went through to Alisson. And he releases it to Andrew Robertson. And now to Curtis Jones. And Jones has got Gakpo ahead of him. But it's a poor ball. It goes straight to Ben White. And Liverpool give the ball away again. And now can Arsenal come forward? And here is Martinelli. Martinelli drops the ball back to Kivia. Kivia holds the ball up. And that's a good ball over there by William Saliba to Ben White. Liverpool backing off. Here's Saliba again. And the ball is out wide now to Leandro Trossard. Trossard gives the ball there to Moreno. Moreno back there to the number 15 there for Arsenal, Jacob Kivia. Odegaard in midfield now, just turns away from Curtis Jones, gives the ball to Bukayo Saka. Saka out wide to the right-hand side to Ben White. Ben White just getting away from Robertson just about. Ben White, can he get the cross in? Oh, good defending by Andrew Robertson, wins that back. Really good play there by the Scottish international. But the ball is given away by Gravenberch to Arsenal again. And Arsenal continue now to mount pressure. Here's Miles Lewis-Skelly. And across there to Kivia. To Odegaard. Out wide to White again. White with a cross. Goes all the way over to the left-hand side to Leandro Trossard. He's met by Connor Bradley. Trossard drops the ball back there to Miles Lewis-Skelly, who in turn goes back to Kivia. Kivia to Saliba, to Ben White. Here's Martin Odegaard now. Mikel Morena. Morena. And across there to the number 15, Jacob Kivia. And there is Leandro Trossard. It's a good ball to Odegaard. Back to Trossard, corner of the penalty area, left-hand side. Here's Miles Lewis-Skelly. Oh, he's body checked there by Connor Bradley. And that must surely be a yellow card. And the referee issues the yellow there to Connor Bradley. No attempt to win the ball. A blatant body check. Yeah, and that will be a free kick. And a yellow card, excuse me, on the hour mark for the Liverpool right back. And a free kick for Arsenal in a pretty decent position. As Trent Alexander-Arnold still warming up. We may see him before the end of the game. The free kick is about, it's level with the 6-yard box and just a few yards outside of the penalty area. This is a very dangerous position for Arsenal. Let's see if they can do anything with it. As Alisson Becker organising his defence. In there for Arsenal is Kivia, Partey, Moreno, Odegaard on the edge of the box. Martinelli is in there. Here is Leandro Trossard, swings it in. Oh, it's blocked to Martinelli with a shot. And despite the difficult view, Alisson gets down well to make that save. As that was swung in, it didn't really look much. Liverpool were defending deep inside their own 6-yard box. As a cross coming in now, well, Martinelli just saw a sight of goal, got the shot away. Didn't quite get enough power behind it to beat Alisson. There's Andrew Robertson, drops the ball back to Alisson. He gives the ball to Ibrahima Konate. Konate back to Alisson. Ball is picked up by Connor Bradley. Bradley drops the ball back to Konate. Oh, it's a long ball over the top. And, well, that's good defending by William Saliba. Just heads the ball back to David Raya. And now picked up by Miles Lewis-Skelly in the middle of the park, across to Martin Odegaard. Odegaard sends it down the right-hand side to Ben White. Ben White drops the ball back to Odegaard. Odegaard just lifts the ball over the top, looking for Martinelli. Chested down well by Martinelli. Just takes the ball outside of the penalty area. Flicks the ball back there to Ben White. The cross coming in, headed out by Connor Bradley. As far as Mo Salah, but the ball has been given away by Szoboszlai, and the shot on the edge of the box by Partey is a comfortable save for Alisson, and he releases the ball quickly looking for Mo Salah, but here is Miles Lewis-Skelly who goes down under the challenge of Mo Salah, and it's going to be a throw-in or perhaps a free kick here because Mo Salah is not in the least bit happy. It's a throw-in taken by Kivia to the goalkeeper, who releases it to Saliba. Here's Thomas Partey now, inside the centre circle. Across to Leandro Trossard, down the right-hand side here, Trossard. Trossard just leaves it for Ben White, back to Martin Odegaard. Odegaard just stepping back into the centre circle. To Miles Lewis-Skelly, to the number 15, Jacob Kivia. He gives the ball to Saliba. Saliba gives the ball back to the goalkeeper as Arsenal continue to dominate possession in this second half and trying to get themselves back into this game. It's still 2-1. Here is Odegaard. Odegaard slipped through to Martinelli. He goes down under the challenge. They're appealing, but I don't think anything is going to be given. The ball was slipped through to Martinelli. I'd like to just look at this again. And no, I think that's a good challenge in fairness. Let's have a look at it again. We'll get a better look at it from this angle. Nope, that's a good challenge. That's not a penalty. And that's be a corner to Arsenal, but Martinelli is still down. And a free corner will be taken for Arsenal pretty soon here. And as Martinelli is being helped onto his feet by Virgil van Dijk, still in some discomfort from that challenge. It was a hard challenge, but a fair one. As now Liverpool looking at making a triple substitution. Oh my goodness, this is going to be fun. Darwin Núñez, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Alexis McAllister are the ones looking at coming on. Not surprised to see Darwin Núñez. They'll definitely be looking for a target man in the second half. Corner is short by Arsenal, and it's now Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka crossed to the back post. Oh, there's a header by Saliba. And, well, he had almost the entire net, but getting in there as well, making the challenge was Ibrahima Konate, I think. That was very, very fortunate. The cross coming in here, Saliba just loses his man, and I think it was Konate really that put him off. But you have to say, Saliba really should be netting that, really. Perhaps he just couldn't get his head around it, but it's really good work by Ibrahima Konate to put him off, in all fairness. And, well, we're going to see the substitutions to bring these 3 substitutes on, which is Darwin Núñez, Alexis McAllister, and Trent Alexander-Arnold. We're just going to see who is coming off now. So, number 18, Cody Gakpo, is coming off. Number 17, Curtis Jones. And we'll just see who the other one is. Just trying to make out who the other one is in a moment. We'll see who it is. And Connor Bradley, obviously. I think actually I should have realised that. Connor Bradley is the other one coming off. So let's run you through those substitutions. So Connor Bradley, Curtis Jones, and Cody Gakpo are replaced for Trent Alexander-Arnold, Alexis McAllister, and Darwin Núñez. So it's been a really good performance by all 3 of those players, really. I think particularly Connor Bradley defensively down that left-hand side. He's done a wonderful on the right-hand side there, left-hand as far as Arsenal is concerned. Did a really wonderful job, and he goes off for a triple substitution for Arne Slot, as he kind of wants a 3rd goal to put this game to bed, really. Heads go up in the air, and trying to win that ball there is Ryan Gravenberch. He finally does, and he gets the ball out to Mo Salah. Salah now going forward, looking for Darwin Núñez, but the pass is ways away from Núñez, and David Raya clears the ball downfield. And up in the air there, winning it is Martinelli, but so is Ibrahima Konate, and he's helped along by Ryan Gravenberch. And he gets the ball back to the goalkeeper, Alisson Becker. Trent Alexander-Arnold on now for Liverpool. Of course, he's going to be going to Real Madrid in the summer. Andrew Robertson just trying to play that ball up the line. That's a good interception by Bukayo Saka, and it's going to be a throw into Liverpool, level with their own penalty area, as we have 23 minutes left to play in this game between Liverpool and Arsenal, one of the calendar highlight fixtures of the season. They've had many battles throughout the years here at Anfield, some great memories. Of course, nobody can forget the 1989 season, which was won 2-0 by Arsenal here. But there's been some fantastic matches down the years. Here is David Raya now. Raya releases the ball to Thomas Partey. And back to the goalkeeper. And cleared forward. Oh, that's won by Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli just has a bit of space and lays it off for Miles Lewis-Skelly. Leandro Trossard. Martin Odegaard. Odegaard just drops the ball back to Miles Lewis-Skelly. Kivia. Arsenal just keeping possession but not really going anywhere with it at the moment, and releases it to Thomas Partey. And to Miles Lewis-Skelly. Good ball there to Lewis-Skelly again, and to Saliba. Good work by Thomas Partey. Saliba again. Arsenal at the moment just keeping possession. Here's Kivia. Tries to play the ball forward, looking for Martinelli. It's won well there by Leandro Trossard. And here's Martin Odegaard now. He's got options left and right. Oh, that's a great through ball! And almost reached Martinelli there from Martin Odegaard. That really was a fantastic vision to try to find Gabriel Martinelli, but it was just in front of the Brazilian. And now Liverpool coming forward at the other end with Gravenberch, but he's given the ball away to Thomas Partey. Across to Martin Odegaard now. Odegaard gets the ball down to the right-hand side to Bukayo Saka. Back to Odegaard. Odegaard with a shot! Oh, he hits the post! And there's Moreno! And it's 2-2! And Moreno has tied things up for Arsenal. And it came from the blaster by Martin Odegaard that was turned onto the post by Alisson. And Moreno just heads it in. And I have to say, they're appealing to the referee. This is going to be checked by VAR. This is going to be checked by VAR. We're just going to see that now. Well, we're going to take a look at it. We're going to see, because I think this goal may get ruled out, actually. Let's have a look. Gets the ball back to Oh, no, he's onside. I think he's onside. That's a good save as well by Alisson. I think that's onside. I think it's very tight. It's a good save by Alisson. Turns it onto the post. But it bounces off the post. And Morena just heads the ball in. But did Morena set off just a fraction too early? It looks onside to me, but it's being checked by VAR now. And they're waiting to see. We've not heard anything yet. It's taking a long time. And I think, judging by Moreno's reaction, it looks like the goal has been given. Yes, the goal has been given, and it is Mikel Morena who is onside. As you can see there, just about, it's the left foot of Trent Alexander-Arnold that played him on. And Mikel Morena has tied this game up for Arsenal. And it's 2-2. And we have a whole new game of football now. I just can't believe that Liverpool have given up this 2-goal lead, to be honest. I was really surprised. But Arsenal now, let's see if they can go on and win it, maybe. 19 minutes to go in this game. And we are at 2-2. Trossard and Martinelli making that goal happen. Maybe Arsenal could make a comeback. Luke Turton says, afternoon all. Afternoon, Luke. I hope you're doing well. Sorry about today's result, my friend. It didn't quite go your way, did it? But it does mean you've qualified for a European conference place, by the way, in case you wasn't aware of that. Here is Alexis McAllister, who drops it back to the goalkeeper. Liverpool fans booing Trent is embarrassing. I agree. He's been an excellent servant for Liverpool down the years. Here is Ryan Gravenberch. Drops it back to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Back to Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk to the number 38 there, Ryan Gravenberch. And across there to Virgil van Dijk. And a long ball forward, looking there for Luis Diaz. And that ball goes out of play for a goal kick, as we have 17 minutes left to play. And this game is delicately poised at 2 apiece. 2 second half goals, one from Martinelli and one from Mikel Morena. Luke says European football is a big achievement, just disappointed on how we approach the game. And after 2-1, well, there's still a hope for Champions League, and if not, Europa League is there also still a hope for that, so we'll see how well you get on there. Here is Ryan Gravenberch to Trent Alexander-Arnold, just over the halfway line. Long ball over the top, looking for Darwin Núñez. The first touch just wasn't the best from Núñez. It was the right idea, certainly, by Trent Alexander-Arnold. But his first touch, Darwin Núñez, first touch, he just touched the ball away from him. He wasn't able to bring that ball under control the way perhaps he would have liked. David Raya now has the ball, and he is going to clear it to Martin Odegaard. And the ball played forward there by William Saliba. Bukayo Saka, good play by him. Gives the ball to Martinelli. Martinelli is dispossessed by Trent Alexander-Arnold, and it's picked up by Konate. Goes back to the goalkeeper. And now here's Virgil van Dijk. Oh, Van Dijk's ball is not the best. And Alexis McAllister had to fight to win that one because that nearly landed right at the feet of Martin Odegaard. And there is the number 5, Ibrahima Konate. Oh, that's a good ball out wide now to Ben White. Can Ben White get the cross in? White just holds the ball up, or he just gives the ball away to Alexis McAllister. Poor giveaway there, and now will they be punished because Liverpool are coming forward in numbers. McAllister out wide here to Luis Diaz. Right in the middle is Darwin Núñez. He plays the ball across to Salah. Salah, tries to poke the ball through, but that's a good interception by Thomas Partey. And here's Mikel Merino. Can Arsenal call the other way now? Drink of water. Oh, and the ball has been given away now, and Liverpool coming forward. And here's a chance for Diaz. Gets in there! Oh, and the shot is just turned away. Well, Ryan Gravenberch, it was in fact with a shot who just curled it away from the goal. It was given away really from the number 23, Mikel Merino. He went down. Not sure what happened there, but Ryan Gravenberch's finish wasn't the best. There we go. It's a bit better. As Mikel Merino is back on his feet now. I'm not sure why he went down, whether he slipped or what had happened. But Arsenal, I think, now are going to be looking at making a change or two of their own going into the last 14 minutes of the game. It looks like Mikel Merino may be going off, possibly. Leandro Trossard is down at the moment as well. So the 2 goals in the second half scored by Gabriel Martinelli on 47 minutes, Mikel Merino on 69. Changes afoot now for Arsenal. Ricardo Calafiori and Kieran Tierney are coming on for the Gunners. I just kind of want to see who's coming off. Guess we're going to see that in a moment. But Calafiori is coming on. He's coming back from injury. And Kieran Tierney, well, we usually do see him about this time in the game anyway. But I suspect Mikel Merino is probably going to come off. And also Kieran Tierney as well. Kieran Tierney is coming on as well. I'm just trying to see who it is who's going to be coming off. Trossard is in fact coming off. So Leandro Trossard is coming off. So it seems to be a more defensive substitution from Mikel Merino, if that is the case. Trossard is coming off. And let's just see who the other one is. And it is... Tierney is on there. Let's see who it is for Calafiori. It looks like it's Ben White, yes. So Ben White is going to come off for Ricardo Calafiori. Double substitution for Arsenal. White and Trossard are off for Tierney and Calafiori. As Arsenal looking to see out this game. Diogo Jota looks like he's coming on for Liverpool too, as they are making their 4th substitution. And it's Luis Diaz that is going to make way for Diogo Jota. So substitutions all wrapped up there. And, well, we'll see how this affects the remaining 12 minutes or so that we have left in this game. And Kvyat is going to take the goal kick. Takes it short to David Raya. I still don't understand why they do that. David Raya is just going to release it there to giving the ball away in a dangerous position again is Saliba. And now here's Darwin Núñez. Oh, that is just wide. And a yellow card and a red card for Mikel Merino. Merino has already been booked, of course, and he picks up a red card. And bad news for Arsenal. Let's take a look here. Let's see what happened. Oh, it was for the late challenge on Darwin Núñez right now. Oh, no, it was for that one on Szoboszlai. Well, there was two he could have got him for. First of all, it could have been for the one on Nunes, and then the one on Jobaslai. So, you know, take your pick. It's a red card, and Mikel Morena goes off as his day comes to an end with an early bath as Arsenal continue to lose players through red cards. And Arsenal down to 10 men. And Moreno, of course, second yellow. As now the Arsenal Brain Trust are working through tactics on what they can do to make sure that they get through this game with at least a draw. Well, we have a free kick for Liverpool in a pretty dangerous position. Yeah, Luke says at least one is a yellow, so yeah, it's take your pick really, isn't it, Luke? It's, you know, whichever one. It could have gone for either of them, really. Alexander-Arnold is standing over this free kick. It's just about 2 or 3 yards outside the penalty area, just to the left of the D. This is definitely Trent Alexander-Arnold territory. An opportunity to perhaps to silence some of the boo boys with a goal here, right in front of the Kop. Trent Alexander-Arnold here just steps up to take this free kick. As Anthony Taylor just making sure that everybody is back the full 10 yards. Here's Trent Alexander-Arnold now with the free kick. And he just lifts the ball over the top. Oh, it's a good free kick, but it just goes wide. Scrambling over there was David Raya to get there, but it just went wide. You can see he was going for that top left corner. Well, if that was on target, there was no way David Raya was getting there. Scrambling across, but it goes over and just wide. Not a million miles away by any stretch. It's a goal kick now for Arsenal, as another substitution is coming along, the 5th and final substitution for Liverpool. Harvey Elliott about to come on and see if he can create something for Liverpool. It's cleared downfield. It's won back by Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey over the top, looking for Bukayo Saka, but coming out and making a comfortable save. There is Alisson Becker. And the ball is now with Trent Alexander-Arnold for Liverpool. Coming forward, down the right-hand side there to Mo Salah. It's been such a pain for Liverpool down that right-hand side. He's still got possession. Made life completely miserable for Miles Lewis-Skelly down that side. Mo Salah, here is the cross coming in from there from Andrew Robertson. It just goes over and behind. And the substitution is coming up now, and it's Ryan Gravenberch who is going to make way. So Gravenberch is off, and coming on in his stead is Harvey Elliott. That is the 5th and final substitution for Liverpool, as they are now attempting to try to win this game. As I am just going to give my man of the match to Ross, my producer. As the ball is won in the middle of the park here by Calafiori. Good work by Calafiori, but he's dispossessed that time. And the ball is played forward now to Jota. Jota with a shot, and it's just wide. And, well, we have 6 minutes to go. Time running out for Liverpool to try to get the victory. But this, again, was a quick breakout. Jota picked up the ball. Nobody closing him down. But Liverpool breaking forward again. There's 5 of them breaking forward there. And nobody closing down Diogo Jota. Got the shot away, but pulled wide. Goal kick now for David Raya. Launches the ball downfield. Up in the air is Bukayo Saka to try to win that, but he goes over his head and out of play for a throw-in. And it's picked up by Virgil van Dijk. And I'll be giving the man of the match announcement in about 4 or 5 minutes time. It's a long ball over to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent delivers the ball to Mo Salah. Good ball there to Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott tries to pull it back to Mo Salah. Salah still has it. Oh, and that's better work there defensively by Arsenal, just trying to clear that ball away. Kivior is fouled, and it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Well, you can see here the Arsenal players, well, they've done very, very well to get back from 2-0 down. But with 10 men, you have to say the favourites to win this game surely must be Liverpool at this point. And David Raya is going to take this free kick, as since the red card, Liverpool have pressed forward looking for the winner. Cleared downfield by David Raya. Up in the air there goes Konate. He flicks the ball onto Trent Alexander-Arnold. Long ball forward by Trent. And Salah is chasing this one, but coming out to make the clearance is David Raya. Puts his foot right through it and sends it straight back to Konate. The header is on there by Partey, and unable to bring that ball under control was Martinelli. It goes through to Alisson, and Alisson releases it to Robertson on that left-hand side. Robertson plays the ball down the left-hand side here. And he's in an offside position, is Darwin Núñez. As Darwin Núñez looks across the line, he's not entirely convinced, but then they never are they? As Arne Slot, he's played all his substitutions now. He's won the league for Liverpool this season in his first season. He really has inherited a squad of such talent and quality. And you can see it when they move forward. This team looks very, very impressive. David Raya now with his free kick, long downfield. Up in the air there to win it is Martinelli. Martinelli checks back. And coming forward now for Liverpool, winning the ball back here is Jobberslai. Jobberslai across here. Oh, it's won back by Calafiori just in the middle of the park. And Bukayo Saka gives the ball to Martin Odegaard. Odegaard tries to slip the ball through to Calafiori, and Alisson Becker is just going to watch that go wide of the target. It was a poor ball by Odegaard, really. But with 3 minutes to go, we are going to see Alexander Zinchenko just to buff up the Arsenal defence. And I'm not quite sure who we're going to see. Oh, it's Bukayo Saka who is going to go off on 87 minutes, so it really is locked down now for Mikel Arteta. Saka off, and Alexander Zinchenko is on, the third substitution for Arsenal. Saka got to be happy with his performance today. Here's Konate. Konate played across to Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk holds the ball up to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Gives the ball there to McAllister. Forward to Mo Salah. Salah's ball is given straight to Zinchenko. And the ball played forward by Thomas Partey has given that ball away. It's poor, really, by Thomas Partey. And it's now with William Saliba. Drops it back to David Raya. Slams his foot right through it. We're going to announce the man of the match and the next stoppage and play. Here's Darwin Núñez. Núñez now storming forward for Liverpool. Núñez cuts inside. Across here to Jobberslai. Jobberslai with a shot. It's blocked by Zinchenko. And the ball is out wide now to Mohamed Salah. Salah cuts inside. Can he get to the byline, Salah, and get the cross? And he can. Oh, it flicks up into the air. Here's a chance! Oh, and it's just wide from Andrew Robertson. Oh, it just flicked up into the air. David Raya was in no man's land. Robertson just had to put it into the empty net, and he volleys it over the crossbar. Oh, an opportunity falling the way of Liverpool there to win this game. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That is a miss. It went wide, actually, but that is a miss. But, yes, I mean, Liverpool are champions. It doesn't mean much right now, but for Robertson, he'll look back on that and feel some regret. So today's man of the match, as sponsored by Commentary Services, goes to Liverpool's number 11, Mo Salah. A complete threat down the right-hand side, really making life difficult for Miles Lewis-Skelly. Look, when Liverpool went forward, breaking out forward in numbers, he was leading the way. Well, I have no choice but to give it to the Egyptian king. So today's man of the match goes to Liverpool's number 11, Mo Salah. And here is the number 5 for Arsenal, Thomas Partey, to Zinchenko. Zinchenko across here to Odegaard. Odegaard drops the ball back and finds William Saliba. Saliba back to the goalkeeper, cleared downfield. We are now going into stoppage time. I'll see how much time is added on at the end of this game. 5 minutes comes up on Dean Whitestone's board. So Liverpool have 5 minutes to try to win this game. Arsenal 5 minutes to hold on. Here is Trent Alexander-Arnold. Across there to Harvey Elliott. Elliott across to Robertson. Robertson just picks up the ball to the number 10, Alexis McAllister. It's now to the man of the match, Mo Salah. Mo Salah pulls the ball back to Harvey Elliott. Elliott with the shot, and it's just over the crossbar as David Raya remonstrates with his defence. You can see here he just gets his foot underneath it, does Elliott. It's only clears the crossbar by a small amount. It's not a million miles away, and it's 2-2. 5 minutes to go, 4 minutes to go in the minimum of 5 minutes stoppage time. Mikel Arteta giving Zinchenko some instructions now. I think Arsenal will be very happy to come away from this game with a point. David Raya clears the ball downfield. Up in the air there is Zinchenko. Chasing it is Martinelli, but Konate has the ball at his feet. Konate just goes back to the goalkeeper, Alisson Becker. Alisson clears the ball outfield as far as Robertson. Robertson now coming forward over the halfway line to Dominic Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai drops the ball back there. And now here's Harvey Elliott. Elliott to Mo Salah. Salah cuts inside. Cuts inside again, does Salah. This is great work by Salah. Oh, he tried to pull the ball back, but waiting was Gabriel Martinelli, who kicks the ball out of play into touch. Time running out now. Time ticking down. Here's Alexis McAllister now for Liverpool. All the pressure now coming from the Reds of Liverpool. Here's Szoboszlai. McAllister. Trent Alexander-Arnold out wide now to Mo Salah down the right-hand side. Pulled back by Salah, but only as far as Martinelli. His clearance was poor. Swung in by Harvey Elliott. Headed out that time. And now here's Virgil van Dijk. Back to Alexis McAllister. To Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai again. Back to McAllister. Good ball there to Darwin Núñez. Darwin Núñez closed down now, and Liverpool, Arsenal now coming away with it with Kieran Tierney. Clears the ball into the Arsenal half of the field. Coming out to meet it is Alisson Becker. This is an excruciating finish here at Anfield as Liverpool put on the pressure. 66, Trent Alexander-Arnold, clickety-click. Swings the ball into the middle. Oh, he just misses Jota and Darwin Núñez and goes behind. Well, David Raya came for it but never made it. But it just missed Jota and Trent Alexander and Jota and Darwin Núñez, I should say. Oh, that was so close. The slightest touch by either of them. And that would have been 3-2 to Liverpool. And Darwin Núñez cutting a face of frustration there. But with 1 minute to go at the end of this game, it is Liverpool 2, Arsenal 2. It's cleared downfield as we are inside the last minute of stoppage time now. As Arsenal, well, it still won't be enough to secure a Champions League place unless they can get a winner now. Here's Odegaard, still time maybe. Odegaard on the edge of the area, gets a shot away, oh, it whistles just wide! How close for Martin Odegaard! Oh, what a finish we've got going on here at Anfield. And the ball is out to the left-hand side now, and it's Darwin Núñez. And Liverpool streaming forward in numbers. It's Trent Alexander-Arnold. And the ball is out wide to Mo Salah. Salah tries to get inside Kieran Tierney. Good defensive work by Tierney. Just knocks it behind for a corner. And we have played the allotted 5 minutes. We're in whatever time is left now by referee Anthony Taylor. As we look again at Odegaard's shot. Just pulled wide. And Alexis McAllister is going to take the corner. He's going to outswing this one. And the heads go up. It's Van Dijk! Oh, what a save! It's turned in by Robertson! Oh, and it's disallowed! Oh, but what a save from David Raya from Virgil van Dijk's header. And I can hardly contain myself here. What a super save. And Robertson was called for the offside position. Let's just take a look. It's swung in. Van Dijk, what a header. Oh, and it's close, but I think the right boot of Robertson is in an offside position. But look at this. What a save. That has to go down as one of the saves of the season. The question is, was Robertson offside or not? I think his right boot, the back heel of his right boot, might have been in an offside position. It's been checked by VAR and verified. So it is a free kick to Arsenal. Let's take a look at it again. It's hard to tell from that angle. But I would be very interested in seeing that back again. But it looked to me like the right boot, the heel of the right boot of Robertson was in an offside position, but it's cleared downfield. And that's it. This fantastic game of football ends with a 2-2 draw, perhaps a fitting result in the end from the effort put in from both sides in the second half. Liverpool went into a 2-goal lead with goals on 20 minutes by Cody Gakpo, 21 by Luis Diaz. Arsenal came raging back in the second half with a goal from Gabriel Martinelli on 47 minutes and an equaliser from Mikel Moreno. A stunning save by David Raya, keeping Arsenal in the game right at the end. And Andrew Robertson tucking in the rebound. But actually, as I understand, the goal was disallowed because of a foul. And it ends all square here. Liverpool 2, Arsenal 2. Back to you, Ross.
Thank you very much there, Paul, James, and what a game of football we've just witnessed at Anfield. And I can tell you the goal was disallowed in the game at Anfield right to the very end for a foul on Ricardo Calafiore by Ibrahima Konate, who dragged down the Arsenal defender to stop him from gaining attack on Virgil van Dijk's header towards the end of the game. But what a finish to this game between Liverpool and Arsenal. We'll get the thoughts of Paul James on the game as a whole in just a moment or two. But what a game of football we have witnessed this evening. Before we get the thoughts of Paul James, let me run you through some of the scores from the matches taking place this afternoon in the matches this afternoon as we get ready for one of the League One playoff semi-finals. First legs to get underway very, very shortly. Wickham against Shotton's again underway in a couple of minutes' time. We'll give you the team news for that one as well in just a moment. No coverage of that game taking place on the commentary this afternoon. But let's run you through the scores from other matches taking place in the Scottish Premiership top 6. So the champions category, Rangers 4, Aberdeen 0. In the League 2 playoff semi-final first leg, Chesterfield 0, Walsall 2. FA Trophy finals, Aldershot 3, Spennymoor Town 0 was the result there. In the Spanish La Liga, Leganés 3, Espanyol 2, Barcelona 4, Real Madrid 3, full-time score there. Athletic Club against Alaves half-time, 0-0 is the scoreline there, with Betis against Osasuna kicking off at 8 o'clock UK time this evening. In the German Bundesliga, Leverkusen 2, Dortmund 4, Frankfurt 2, St. Pauli 2 is a latest score, closing stage of that game. Stuttgart against Augsburg getting ready to get underway any moment now as well. In the Italian Serie A, Udinese 1, Monza 2, Verona 1, Lecce 1, Torino 0, Inter Milan 2 is the latest score. Napoli against Genoa, evening kickoff at 7:45. Before we bring you the reaction to this game from our commentator Paul James, League One playoff semi-final first leg between Wycombe and Charlton is about to go underway over on Sky Sports Football in the UK. You can find it. Keep a check out where you can find it on your own channels wherever you are in the world. Let's run you through the scores. Well, the team news for this game for Wycombe is Norris, Grimmer, Bradley, Taylor, Reach, Simmons, Lee, Onyedinma, Humphries, Udo, and Richard Coney, the League One's Player of the Year and Young Player of the Year. There, the bench of Bakinson, Kuda, Lowe, McCleary, Revazole, Sadler, and Westergaard is the Wycombe lineup there. For Charlton Athletic, managed by Nathan Jones, is Mannion in goal, Ramsey, Jones, Gillespie, Edwards, Coventry, Doherty, Watson, Berry, Tyrese Campbell, and Dodden. The bench of Anderson, Gilbert, Ilton, Maynard Brewer, Mabiki, Mitchell, and Small. Farry Allen is the referee there. Assisted by Dan Jarvis and Matthew Salway, with Jacob Miles on fourth official duty there. We'll keep you up to date with the early stages of that game before we finish this evening tonight. But before we just get the thoughts of Paul James before we run you through the results from the Premier League this weekend for you. But Paul, just talk to us about this game today. I said at the start of the programme, just when I asked you for a prediction, I said it was going to be 2-2 today. Got that one spot on. But Paul, what a game of football we witnessed at Anfield this evening.
Yeah, I mean, it was incredible. It was a wonderful game of football. The second half, both teams responded brilliantly. I think a draw in the end is probably the right result. To be honest with you, I've seen both sides play really good football in this game. Arsenal, when they went down to 10 men, defended very well. Liverpool come so close to winning it at the end. Superb goalkeeping from David Raya. I think both sides have been brilliant today, and it's been one of the Liverpool and Arsenal games that we can look back on with great satisfaction, because it was definitely an enjoyable game to watch, and certainly one I felt very privileged to commentate on. Ross, I think you might be muted.
Cheers for that, Paul. Really agree with what you said there, Paul. Let me just give you this thought. I just want to get your reaction to this from Stephen Warnock, who was covering the game as well at Anfield this afternoon. He says, Liverpool were bitterly disappointed, having led 2-0 at half time. It was a poor second half from them, but it was a much improved second half performance from Arsenal. They got themselves level and lost Mikel Moreno at that point. The game switched back in Liverpool's favour. A hugely entertaining game. And you've got to say, I think Stephen Warner there perfectly summed up the second half plus the game as a whole, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. It was very true. It was a superb game of football. Arsenal came out in the second half and played much better. I honestly didn't think they were capable of coming back from 2-0 down at Anfield against this Liverpool side. But that they did. They performed very, very well. They had a bit of luck along the way, and some good goalkeeping managed to save them at the end from conceding. But I have to say, I think both sides put up a really good show in this game. And it was as Neil rightly said, it was Stephen rightly said it was a hugely entertaining game.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. Absolutely. Gary Neville is putting his comments here, and he was a foul on Miles Lewis Skelly by Ibrahim Konate, push in the face. Gary Neville says he was rightly disallowed at the end for the Andy Robertson goal, which would have won it for Liverpool right to the death, and that goal had been allowed to stand. Gary Neville turned around and said, "I looked for and the flag wasn't up. Then all of a sudden, it appeared. The save was remarkable, and the finish is simple." He says it's a foul on Lewis Skelly. He pushes him in the face. Right, it's right that it's disallowed. And you've got to say, Paul, I couldn't see the foul initially, but when when I looked to the replay, Paul, I could see where the push was. There was a pull down on Calafiori as well, in my opinion. Do you think the officials got that right at the death to disallow Andy Robertson goal?
Yeah, I just had another look at it before. I would say so. Yeah. I think at the end of the day, right, there's always going to be physicality in the penalty area. That's never going to change. But yeah, I think it was rightly disallowed, and I just think at the end of the day, it's unlucky that it ended that way for Liverpool because it was despite the heroics of David Raya there, it was a tap in, and I don't think the foul was a necessary foul. I think Van Dijk would have won that header easily anyway. If you put Van Dijk up in a heading situation between him and Miles Lewis Skelly, there's only going to be one winner most of the time. It's going to be Van Dijk.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. And Video Radio Jingles and Gaming just been on. I want to get your thoughts on this and his full commenting here for you as well, which I'll read out. Which where it says, also were playing really hard in second half, even when they had 10 men. They kept playing the best until the full time struck. And to come back when we thought Liverpool would win it, but what an entertaining match to watch. And a superb commentary from Paul matched the match. But what would you say about the thoughts there from Arsenal, though they played really hard in the second half even when they go down to meant to keep playing the best until the final whistle to make sure that they got a point out of that game, Paul?
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. They did. They worked very, very hard from beginning to end. When they went down to 10 men, it was always going to be a challenge, especially with the way that Liverpool attack and the way they attack in numbers. But Arsenal defended so well. They worked very hard to a man. And that's why I think they deserve a point out of this game, because they've worked very, very hard. They shut Liverpool down for the most time, made it very difficult for them. We saw signs of Arsenal in that second half. Is why they're in the position that they're in the league. And we also saw signs in the first half as why Liverpool were the champions and not Arsenal. So we saw both sides to Arsenal today. The Jekyll and Hyde of Arsenal. We saw the Hyde in the first half, the Jekyll in the second half, and it was like that. But it was such hard work from them to earn a point, to grind a point out of that game. And all they need now is a point in their next game, and they'll be in the Champions League for next season.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. Absolutely. Just want to concur what Video Jingles and Gaming said as well. He thought I agree with him as well. It was a superb commentary from myself today, Paul, which matched the game as a whole. It was a superb game to watch, and it was an even and to listen to your commentary whilst watching the game. That was absolutely perfect. You described it with how the game should have been described, and it was a brilliant game called by you, and it was up there for, in my opinion, one of the best games that you've done on the channel since you started with us, Paul. So great work today, my friend.
Thanks very much, and thank you for your comments, Media, Radio, Jingles and Gaming. I appreciate it. It's always nice to get feedback like that, because usually in situations like this, you are usually your worst critic. But yeah, it's been a good game all round by both teams, and pleasure to commentate on today. It was a lot of fun.
Yes, really good game then. And another commentary from Media and Jingles and Gaming before we round out the show this evening. Still 8 minutes gone, by the way, at Adams Park. If anyone's interested, is Wickham Wanderers 0, Charlton Athletic 0 in the League One playoff semi-final first leg the chance for either one of these sides to get to Wembley and try and get themselves into the Championship next season, which will then be one league away from coming into the Premier League. With the original Jingles and Gaming says it was always great to see a team like Arsenal have lost, or have a lot of 2-0, which was this case in this case to draw the game 2-2 and to make a comeback. I would have to agree with that comment there as well. Before we're going to wrap up in just a second, so let me bring you the full-time scores from the Premier League this weekend. They're going across the bottom of your screen as well. So on Saturday afternoon or early evening, it was Bournemouth 0, Aston Villa 1 in the afternoon. It was Fulham 1, Everton 3, Ipswich 0, Brentford 1, Southampton 0, Man City 0 and Wolves 0, Brighton of Albion 2. On Sunday afternoon, the early kickoff was Newcastle United 2, Chelsea 0, Manchester United 0, West Ham United 2, Nottingham Forest 2, Leicester City 2, Tottenham Hotspur 0, Crystal Palace 2, and the one you've just heard there, Liverpool 2, Arsenal 2 is the other full-time score. Let me bring you what that means for the table then. Southampton, bottom of the table, and Derby County fans, you'll be delighted to hear this. We'll not be delighted to hear this, should I say. Southampton, and you are still the worst team in Premier League history. Southampton ensured that with the point yesterday against Manchester City, they now move on to 12 points. Leicester on to 22 points after their point against Nottingham Forest. Ipswich on 22 points after a defeat yesterday to Brentford. They remain on 22. Tottenham, despite defeat today, in 17th on 38 points. Manchester United in 16th on 39 points in the Premier League table, following their defeat to West Ham. West Ham up to 15th on 40 points. They've got to the 40-point mark of the campaign. Wolves on 41 points in 14th, following their defeat to Brighton yesterday. Everton, after their 3-1 win away at Fulham, they're up to 11th on, no, to 13th on 42, Fulham in 11th on 51. Palace, after their win over Spurs, moved up to 12th on 49 points. Bournemouth are in the top 10, despite losing to Aston Villa yesterday. They remain on 53 points. Brighton up to 9th on 55 points. Brentford in 8th on 55 points. Nottingham Forest are in 7th on 62. Aston Villa in 6th on 63. Chelsea are in 5th on 63. Man City are in 4th on 65. Newcastle are in 3rd on 66, 2 points behind Arsenal, who sit in 2nd on 68. Liverpool are top on 83 points in the Premier League table after this weekend's round of fixtures. So there is the results today. In the Liverpool-Arsenal fixture earlier on in this season, it was 2-2 at the Emirates between the two sides, and it was only fitting that we got another 2-2 draw at Anfield this evening. In October, it was 2-2, and in May, it was 2-2. And I said 2-2 at the start of the day. If you didn't listen to me and put that bet on before kick-off, then I do apologise. You should have listened to me. You would have won some money if we do bet. Please gamble responsibly. I do want to say that there. So thank you very much to Paul for excellent coverage this afternoon on the commentary. Thank you to Mini Radio Jingles and Gaming for your comments throughout the evening. Big thank you to Luke as well for your comments on the programme today as well. But for myself, Russ Vernon, and from Paul James, a very big thank you to you for listening to our coverage of Liverpool 2, Arsenal 2. 12 and a half minutes gone is Wickham 0, Charlton 0 in the League One playoff semi-final first leg. Thank you very much for listening as Liverpool threw away a 2-0 lead to draw 2-2 with 10-man Arsenal. Until next time, goodbye for now.